In the next 365 days, what could you be doing in your Etsy business that can outperform your competition and also get you more sales, maybe get you out of being stuck at 0 sales, or maybe you feel like your Etsy shop is trending down right now? If you resonate with any of this, I want you to watch this video in full, not just for the YouTube algorithm's sake, but also just for your own sake as far as getting sales on Etsy, scaling your business online, and growing a profitable business. So today I'm going to be breaking down how to scale a Etsy and print-on-demand business if you sell with print-on-demand, and just the Etsy business in total. And I'm going to be talking about some things that I have heard others talk about and some myths that I honestly don't agree with. And we're going to be talking about that today and more. So if you haven't already, don't forget to check out my free course in the links down below. This is a course that is a get A to Z guide on how to start and set up a Etsy and print-on-demand business. Print-on-demand is what I have sold. I've sold $500,000 in print-on-demand products in my time, and this is what I teach on this channel. Now, this video is going to help you whether you sell print-on-demand, handmade, or digital products, but just don't know if you ever want to add print-on-demand to your own business. That is a free course I offer down below. So recently I heard some advice that I personally do not necessarily agree with, and from a subscriber. This subscriber was saying that they were told by someone that they should delete their listings or remove listings, and actually they should create less listings and stop creating listings essentially and just add on to listings they already have. Now, I find that there is some truth and some proof to the pudding here, but essentially deleting your listings on Etsy is recommended when you're not seeing sales and maybe you've had listings up for over 6 months or over 8 months, maybe 2 renewal cycles. That's typically my recommendation to a lot of Etsy sellers. Is if a product doesn't sell within 2 renewal cycles, typically that might mean it might not sell in its lifetime. Now, there is a caveat to that rule that I think when people hear delete your listings, I think that it just means,
okay, I only need 1 listing to succeed on Etsy.
And that is where the myth and the not so great advice lies that I have heard kind of floating around the Etsy sphere as of lately. For what I have found in my time on Etsy is more listings equals more success. And there is a correlation in creating more listings in your Etsy business and seeing more results in sales and growth. And with that, having 1 listing on Etsy and just updating that listing, yes, you can update it and that might help the listing. That could boost the listing in some cases. However, typically for platforms, for selling online, for selling in person, people and customers seek new products. They do not seek the same products sold over and over and over again. And essentially, we're not needing to delete and change every single listing we have in our Etsy shop, but this core principle and foundation should always be applied to your Etsy business, which is creating new products and new product lines and a new catalog. What I'm getting at here, and kind of over talking this concept, which is do not delete a bunch of listings just because you see 1 post about that online. If I were trying to build momentum in the next 365 days, and whether I'm a new seller, whether I'm an intermediate seller or an advanced seller, this is what I personally would be doing. The first thing is going to be the obvious one, which is building a new product line. By new, I'm talking it could be the same product that you've sold in the past, maybe a new trend, maybe a new design. That is essentially the switch and the pivot I would make, and I would create that as a new listing to see how it would perform on Etsy, because not every product is going to perform the same. If that listing does perform well, that is when I would add multi-variants for a listing. A multi-variant listing is essentially adding on those variants of the other styles of t-shirts. So maybe your tank top listing does really well and you have a lot of customers who are messaging you privately and asking for it in a t-shirt version or a long sleeve. That's when I would add on the multi-variants and SKUs to that listing. So essentially what we're doing here is scaling out our product line. So if you have a listing in listings and designs maybe that are working, I want you to look at those listings and try to figure out, is it the design? Is it the product type? Is it the niche that you're in? And how can you create maybe a new design in that niche and product type? Or if you can create that design in a different product line. So my challenge to anyone watching and your game plan for the next 90 days is simply committing to a listing amount every day and following through on that listing amount. And if you can't do it daily, set a weekly schedule. Now, my recommendation is what I have seen as far as real growth for Etsy businesses has been, honestly, I would say close to 100 listings a month. Now, I know for a lot of people that is a big number. If you haven't even created one listing, you might be like,
what the heck? How do I do 100 listings?
And to that, I'm going to say that first off, quality is most important. I don't want any new seller to go into this and be like, okay, I'm just going to create 100 listings a month. And then you feel burnt out and maybe you don't see traction, you don't see momentum, you don't see sales, favorites, views, what have you. And you're like, okay, this doesn't work for me, I'm out. I want any beginner seller, and I'm going to divide this into 3 brackets: beginner sellers, intermediate, and advanced. So beginner, I would say, is maybe you're under 100 sales in your Etsy business. You've been selling, I would say, under 6 months. This is going to be your game plan. So my recommendation first and foremost is to think about this and answer these questions honestly. How many listings do you think you can create within a day? And just be realistic about that. For beginner sellers, my typical recommendation is to try to commit to 1 listing a day. So what that looks like is 90 listings in the next 90 days. I'm going to link a 90-day game plan checklist down below. This is completely free, and basically you can download it, print it out, and have it as a checklist, or I guess a calendar that can keep you in check during these next 3 months. For my intermediate sellers watching, 90-day challenge to you for the next 3 months is going to be picking up that pace. So typically what this looks like is 1 to 2 or 3 listings a day. So if you have systems and workflows in place in your Etsy business, this is going to be a little bit more digestible for intermediate sellers because you may have already created hundreds of listings in your Etsy business. And basically for this 90-day listing challenge, 1 to 3 listings a day is going to get you 14 to about 21 listings. So if you're doing minimum of 7, that would be my minimum for an intermediate seller. For my advanced sellers, that would look like per week of doing about 21 to 35 listings a week. And honestly, some of my other advanced sellers that I've worked with before who might have 2 people within their business, or they have a virtual assistant that helps them. Typically, that might look like even double those numbers at times. And that is something that I've had a lot of sellers stick to, and they've seen really incredible results. The last point that I want to drive home in this video on this concept is if you were operating as a multi-million-dollar business, how would you be creating product lines in your business to keep up traction, keep up momentum, keep up your marketing and profit coming into the business? And typically for a lot of CEOs who are owning businesses that are giftable products like we sell on Etsy, typically that looks like hundreds to thousands of new products every year in a business. And that is the reality of owning a very successful online business and brand. And while we might not see that in the numbers of maybe auditing a business on Etsy, typically a lot of the products that they have tried out in product lines, they may have taken off Etsy because they didn't sell, right? And that's where sometimes removing listings comes into play. However, you typically need to create listings to test them and get that market feedback in order to see what is going to sell essentially in your business. Besides that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and watch this video next because it's going to help you in templatizing and creating a system that is going to work for you long term, if that is what you're looking to do in the upcoming days on taking this challenge of this video. So see you guys in the next video here.